Hello, this is Professor Lewis. Welcome you back to week 3 of the Introduction to Public Safety Administration. Last week we had the opportunity to talk about federalism, the division of responsibilities between federal, state, and local agencies. Often with public safety administration, we look at the division of effort. While public safety for the most part is a local problem, depending on the type of incident, type of complexity of the incident, we may have to seek resources from either state or national resources. And there certainly is. Federalism is a basic part of government responsibility, as defined in the Constitution, which gives most of the authority to the states, and the states therefore give it down to the locals. And so we had that. You had an opportunity to discuss some specific examples from your organization, or at least one of the organizations that you selected in week 1. And you had some pretty good discussions. I really enjoyed reading through a lot of the discussions there. There was a lot of activity there with the 20 some or so that are in the class. It was obvious to me that you paid attention to the rubric for participation requirements, as some of you may have lost a point or two in week 1 for not responding to at least 2 other students and complying with that. So I'm glad to see that we got the word across and paid attention, so it's very good. Also ask that you post your topic for your written essay assignment, your research assignment, a past incident that had large loss of life. And basically there are 3 facets to that paper when you get ready to read it. What happened, why it happened, any contributing factors that may have had, lack of building codes, lack of fire codes, lack of planning, whatever it may be, lack of resources, and then what was done afterwards to kind of minimize the impact of the event in the future, either totally avoid it or at least minimize the impact of it, such as better planning, better equipment, better preparation, all those things. I've reviewed the topics that have been submitted to me, and basically giving you an approval back in the discussion area. So glad to see that. So week 3, we move to the topic of leadership. Important to the facets of public safety administration, because obviously you, as a public safety administrator, you have to lead the efforts. So we kind of set that baseline for you in terms of what is leadership, what are the functions of leadership, what are the different modes of leadership, and how do they apply in public safety administration, especially when we kind of look at modes. When we deal with emergency response situations, obviously we have to deal with an authoritarian mode of leadership. Do as I say, and we got to get the job done. Whereas the day-to-day activities within the organization, we can do a lot more with delegation. So look at the readings and kind of post in there are 2 response topics there for this week for you to do that. We also ask in this week that you complete the second part of your paper. That is, just write a short abstract of the incident, what happened, and then kind of introduce the paper. Kind of look at what the APA guidelines for an abstract. Here's what happened. This paper will, whatever you're going to do in that paper. So my goal there with making you select a topic early as well as do the abstract is kind of keep you pushing, because week 4 will sneak up on you. It's not that far ahead. And so we want to make sure that each of you are ready to submit your paper in week 4 as due. Remember, there are 2 requirements for submission of that paper. Number 1, it has to be posted in your assignment folder. And number 2, it has to be scanned through Turnitin. Believe it or not, we have had examples in these classes as well as other UMUC classes where students did not submit work that was their own. And quite honestly, you shouldn't be doing a lot of copy and pasting from articles and other research materials. It really should be your own synthesis. What happened, why did it happen, what can we do to prevent it, kind of a little bit of stuff from the research, but more importantly, your own analysis of the incident and how it happened. So that's pretty much it for this week. Looking forward to continued dialogue in the discussion area. You've done a great job so far, and hope we get that continued. So I'm going to sign off here at a little bit over 4.5 minutes, and we'll see you in the discussion forum. This is Professor Lewis signing off.